We're here in snapshot 25W04A, and this update, apart from like the leaf litter and the pigs, I discussed those in a different video, this update is looking to be the resource pack update or something like that, because they've added so much cool stuff. They basically added block states for items, meaning that items can have different models depending on their states, and that new system not just introduces like named variants. For example, like I'm holding right now, look, if we could just go check this out, golden apple trident, and the texture is going to change, so we can have name dependent items or enchantment dependent, like a lot of dependent stuff, right? It can depend on a bunch of stuff, right? They've added super immersive items, but not just that. Every item can be customized. So previously tridents weren't even able to be customized at all, right? You couldn't like have a custom trident model, and it's still not fully implemented as of this video, at least as of this snapshot, because throne tridents aren't custom at all, which is a bit of a shame. But I'm sure that's coming because you know, adding this feature, like I'm sure this is like something that they're gonna add in the coming snapshots. Like don't even worry about it. And what I want to show you today is what I've done for my resource pack. This is my own resource pack, barely default. My pack always had named variants, and now those are all available in vanilla. So these are all extra variants of items that I've added. These are netherite axes renamed to different things. Here you have netherite pickaxes, netherite shovels, netherite hoes, and netherite swords. I actually have 3 chests full of them. Well, I mean, even more. I also have some enchantment dependent variants that I'll go over in a minute as well. All that possible in default Minecraft now, where previously you needed OptiFine, and not even OptiFine allowed for custom Trident models. So Mojang is really doing something crazy here. Like this is really big. Why netherite? Well, basically because netherite is the most used thing, right? I mean, it's the final tier, so it's an additional reward for me to include all these cosmetic variants for netherite, right? You get to the final tier in the game, and on top of now being extra strong, you also have the chance to have a nice cosmetic weapon variant. So these are all just default netherite swords renamed, possible in vanilla. That's huge. What's also possible in vanilla is to have different models for where an item appears. So this is the grass katana, as you can see in the hotbar. It's just a nice grass katana, reference to Adventure Time. If you can see it in the world, it's also just a normal flat item, but then on our arm it has the vine around it. Do you see that? It has like, which is a, you know, that's like canon to Adventure Time or whatever. Like the sword is sentient, I'm pretty sure. That also previously wasn't possible. You weren't able to have different models for where an item appears. So there's like everything is possible basically. Like I haven't even like scratched the surface. Like there's like so much more possible than what OptiFine even allowed. So this update is really wild. And I don't just have variants for netherite, by the way. I also have variants for all the tiers, just not as many, just a few of them, right? Like basically all the netherite colored stuff that you can see here is available in all the tiers. You can customize a lot. Early game, right? This is still a lot of variants in my opinion. A lot of swords as well. But yeah, the fancy colorful stuff is reserved for netherite, and I'll keep it that way. Enchantment variants. This was also possible with OptiFine, so I just have been working hard porting all this stuff. This is how it works in my pack. You can make it work however the fuck you want, right? This system is just all encompassing. It's infinite. It's amazing. So you have a sword. What I like to do is sharpness 5, you know, the damage enchant that most people want. Or you can also include multiple enchantments. So I included sharpness 5 or Bane of Arthropods 5 or Smite 5. You can have named variants plus enchantment dependent variants. This is a netherite sword renamed the Sinister Sword, which is a reference to Minecraft Dungeons. And then when you fully enchant it to your god sword, it upgrades its look. And I've done that for all these weapons right here. I have a bunch of fun references like the command block sword from Minecraft Story Mode. And then, you know, I thought it was really small. It is really small, and so I added a nice upgradable variant so you can have you know, it's extra satisfying. Look, the Master Sword and the Master Sword variant. Also a nice reference to Legend of Zelda because it does upgrade, right? I mean, that's like OG Master Sword lore, right? Something fun I've done for the Soul Scythe. The Soul Scythe being a weapon from Minecraft Dungeons, which I've overhauled completely because it was pretty dull, not really usable. It was just really bland and mundane, and I also added scythes for all the tiers, so it made sense to make the Soul Scythe something unique. And then it has a soul flame on it, you know, cool look for those who like that look. And then I made it so if you have fire aspect, it changes to an orange flame. Right? That's clever, because if you light mobs, it's orange fire, and you know, if you don't have fire aspect, it's never really fire. So, you know, that's just like a fun little detail I can do. Look, I have all the command block weapons from Minecraft Story Mode ported. In Minecraft Story Mode, they're all like different colors. Like they're all like a wacky bunch of wacky colors. I guess diamond isn't super wacky, but you know, like everything is a different color for some reason. And then when Netherite was added to the main game, I needed Netherite variants. So I just mixed all the colors, and the Netherite command block set is just an RGB version, mixing all the colors of the different tools. Does that make sense? Something else that's possible in vanilla now. My pack had custom torches. I have an entire video about it. Basically what it is, it's just an item frame with an item renamed sconce. In this case, it's a golden nugget. Look, you can have just take look, it's just a golden nugget. So if you have a golden nugget in your world, rename it to sconce. Its model will change, and then that model perfectly fits over a torch if you put a torch with an item frame like this. So that's like a crazy detail that I can now do with my pack in vanilla Minecraft with just resource packs. So again, this update is huge. We can look at some more named variants that I have. These are the shields I have, so you can also do renamed shields, which I guess maybe that's expected at this point. They basically added OptiFine. They're adding OptiFine. Finally, right? Fuck yeah, we deserve it in vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, just showing off a few few shields I have reference to Legend of Zelda. Yeah, people like this shield. If you rename a shield to Mushroom Guy, it changes to Toad, and then if you block with him, he's like, which is a reference to Smash Bros. Steve's Smash, so Smash is canon in Minecraft, right? That's my philosophy anyways. And Peach uses Toad as a shield. So now if you just rename a shield to Mushroom Guy and he looks like this. It's pretty funny. I like it. Look, we have energy shields too. There's just a lot of stuff in this pack. Custom models for Totems of Undying. This is the Totem of Undying in my pack. And then if you rename it to Idol of Undying, it changes to the OG texture. And then, all these other ones are there as well. Custom maces. I mean, you get the point. We don't have to go over each one of them. But there is a whole document that I have. I'll link it below. And on the left, you have you can like scroll the categories. And armor isn't in vanilla Minecraft yet. But, you can check out the tools. And all these renames, all the items work now, right? So all the, you can check the tabs. And my maces have some enchantment dependent variants as well. If you rename a mace to Sextuple D Hammer, it'll change to this look. And then if you enchant it to the max, it'll have a little flame. Look at that. How fun is that? Bows, just too many to fucking show off. I just have too much stuff, all right? I mean, this is just to show off what's all possible now. And it's actually really, like I said, the system is super advanced. For example, I can have the X Armbuster. It's just a renamed bow. And the Mega Man busters are pretty cool. I also have a separate video on those, so I don't really need to show them off. But yeah, the X Armbuster, if you enchant any of the armbusters with flame, they'll turn red, which is just canon to Mega Man lore. But then if you enchant the X Armbuster with power 5, it'll change. And then what I'm trying to point out is that if you enchant it with power and flame, you can still determine the model, right? You can have both, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe that's like obvious to you, but like I'm just saying this system is super cool, and you can do anything basically. Yeah, crossbows, you get the idea. I also have enchantable variants for crossbows. Look, this Queen Jean is rename a crossbow to Queen Jean, enchant it with multi-shot, and it'll change to this model. Enchant it with max level piercing, and it'll change to this model. So one crossbow, two different renames. Like I say, anything is possible. It's really fun to push the limits of a system like this, and that's what I'm doing. And then we get to the Tridents. Really exciting. I've never even shown these off. These are new to my pack. OptiFine never allowed this, right? Custom Tridents. And obviously, I mean, as of this video, it's not fully implemented yet, but I'm sure we'll get this. So new in my pack, the Golden Apple Trident, a reference to Minecraft Dungeons concept art, and I'm just trying to, weave all the lore into sets. I like making sets, collections, right? So I made this part of the Golden Apple set. Crucible Trident, also part of Minecraft Dungeons concept art that I've never done because I never had a place for it, and now I do because there's Tridents. Elegard's Trident, also based on a canon Minecraft concept art Trident, pretty cool. The Titan Shroud Trident, Minecraft Dungeons concept art again. The Cloak Skull Trident, I mean you guessed it, it's Minecraft Dungeons concept art. Then we have the Spore Javelin, not a Trident at all, but I thought that it fits, And basically this is one of the weapons of the Great Hog in Minecraft Legends. He throws spears. Spore spears, right? And then it's not really spear because I also have sword variants. There are spears, right? So not to confuse them, I'll call this one a javelin, which is probably it's accurate. Spear that the Great Hog from Minecraft Legends uses. In my style, this is it. Pretty cool, pretty fun, and then whatever. We'll get that model, I'm sure, one day. Okay, guys. And last one, I added the Light Trident, a reference to the Light Scale Trident from The Legend of Zelda. I think it looks nice. Fun new variant, and I have to do a lot more. Like obviously this is whack out of balance. Like one half a chest, a third, not even a third of a chest, not even a third of a single chest of tridents, and all this other stuff is so fucking plentiful. Like even torches. This is not the full list of torches. I have sconces for everything. Basically all terracotta colors, all stone types, all concrete colors, all wood types, all dyes. This is a dye, right? Just if you want a simple torch, you just rename a dye to sconce. It's pretty exciting. Look, it's just purple dye. Woo! Dragon's Breath sconce. Look at this. It's just Dragon's Breath, right? So you have another use for Dragon's Breath. Get these fancy fucking... Okay, you get the point. This update is really fire. And it's not just named variants. No, my friends. Okay, take a look at these items. These simple 4 items that I've done this for so far. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and there's a lot more possible, okay? And I can actually go into how to do this a little bit if you stick around for the end. But yeah, take a look at these items. These pretty normal default items. I mean, I haven't changed the textures of these 3. Well, I mean, this one is animated. I'm really happy with that animation. And the rose is custom. But other than that, they're just having taken a look at them. Let's go over to the Nether, okay? And I'll show off this feature, and maybe you can guess it already. Look at this. The textures of 2 items changed. Also possible with this new item system. Dimension dependent item textures. It's really exciting. I made the Wither Rose bloom, kind of like to signify that it stems from this dimension, even though we don't have block models yet. But I would think that if we're getting this for items, then blocks are on the menu, right? Are biome / dimension dependent models more important for items? No, definitely not. It's just the work order that they're doing things in. So I will predict right now that they're gonna give us full on OptiFine soon. Entity models, CDM, I don't know. That's like the biggest one, and I'm like iffy, but I don't know. But like advanced block states for sure. They're gonna do this sort of stuff for blocks, and then entities. You know, we're gonna have it all. But so far, look at it. It's just really exciting, right? This is the Nether Star from that drops in Mega Store mode from the Wither Storm. So I don't know. I thought it would be like a more powerful version of a Nether Star, and you know, the Wither is a Nether boss, isn't it? It is, right? Soul Sand and Wither Skeleton. So you know, the item is in its proper dimension and it shines, sort of thing. And then let's head over to the end for our next two examples. Look at this. I thought this was pretty nice, pretty fancy. Look, the Ender pearls in this dimension now, they glow a nice faint. Well, it's not super faint, like a nice pink, right? It makes sense. And then the eyes of Ender are like, that's supposed to be like the end portal texture. Can you see that a little bit? And the philosophy behind it is, you know, these eyes have reached, now they're all seeing. They can see all now. They've reached their destination, sort of thing, right? Like they're connected or whatever, because this is where they wanted to go, maybe? I don't know. There's nothing to do with these eyes in the end. But if you have them in the end, it'll now have this pretty wacky texture. And the pearls as well in this dimension look different now. Examples of stuff you can do with this system, okay? The system is insane, all right? So, and I'll quickly get into how the system works and how you can create this for yourself. This is basically how the item states file is formatted, the new item states file that Minecraft recognizes, and the file that you need to create to assign these custom models, all right? So you need to have some resource pack know-how, because you still need to know how to make models, right? For the stuff I'm showing you. But very similar to a block state, there's now this file, and you can basically go build it out, make it interesting. It'll take a while to get used to all this stuff. You could use the default item states for reference, you know, for some stuff that you could do, but obviously not all the stuff is there. Like, there's no use for the dimension dependence, right? I just found that out myself by trying all the options. So I really recommend you go do this. How to do name dependent variant, for example, something a lot of people will want to know how to do. Using this site, you can create all this all fancy. This is how I do it. I like doing it. Maybe there will be a better site in the future. I have no idea. Okay, but so under type, okay, choose select, all right, and then property. Do anything you want, because this site does not really allow the property that we need. But you can see the context dimension here. We can quickly do it. And then if we press cases, when, so then it's going to ask for a dimension. It gives you these options as well. Look, the site's really useful. So you already know that you're right? If you see all this, you can kind of deduct, oh, I'm on the right path. Okay, so let's do overworld. Type, in this case, it can be a model, but you could also do select again and have different properties. And you have nested properties. So that's what I'm saying. This system is endless. It's really crazy, okay? Anyways, if you just want a simple thing, you just do model, and then that's it, okay? And you just have a path. Look, now if look what we did. A nether brick, if it's in the overworld, it'll look like an acacia button. Makes no sense, but that's what we can do so easily. And then this is the file you need for that, okay? Then you'll need a new folder, right? If you're making a resource pack, it's the items folder. Might change, who knows? Why is it not called item states, like how we have block states? We'll see. Anyways, right now in my snapshot, it's called item states anyways. And then you just need the exact name of an item, right? Just reference default Minecraft for the name, okay? So if you just have a file with this specific name, so let's do, well, I mean, we have to do nether brick, right? We'll do it for the meme. So nether brick, okay, look at this. We have the nether brick, and then we just fucking take this code, select this code, Control C, put it back into the file called nether brick, and then now this will already work. Okay, in the overworld, a nether brick will now look like an acacia button. Easy as pie. But okay, we weren't really there for that. I don't know what, we really went off path here. Let's just choose anything, because we don't need any property that the site suggests right now. I mean, by the time this video comes out, maybe it's there. We need components, okay? So go select component, and it will work. Okay, see? And then we can select a bunch of stuff. Again, a lot of stuff is possible. So you can have item dependent models on all of this stuff. Okay, I could have just fucking had the video show off the site and that's it. But that's like, okay, so super excited. You get why I'm so excited about this update, right? Anyways, we need a custom name. There it is, custom name. And then this obviously isn't relevant anymore. We actually want to delete this old stuff. Okay, so custom name, cases. There you go. Entry, string. We can have a name. That's not how you write Bakabugila. You don't start writing with the H. Let's not have two H's right there, okay? Not in these times. This is crazy. Okay, so now it's really, I mean, it's basically you're already done. Type just a model. If you don't want to make it more complicated, again, you could also then do like dimension dependent stuff, or like, you know, damage dependent stuff. All the fucking stuff, you can nest them, right? So if we do select again, you can have like a charge type. So if it was a bow, like what it's charged with, right? Like all that stuff. But for simple sake, you know, for just renaming sake, we're just going to click model, and then we need the path of something. So assuming that you're going to add your own model, right? But we're just going to click again with the acacia. This is a pressed acacia button, okay? So if you have a nether brick and you rename it to it'll look like a press acacia button. Okay, it's really exciting stuff. But obviously, you're gonna have your own model in here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, actually, you definitely want to add a fallback. In any event, always add a fallback. And it can just be a model, and it's just a default model, right? So when this name component isn't used, you're gonna want to use the fallback property, and then, you know, it should be nether brick then, right? It should be the default thing. Okay, so nether... Was it nether bricks? Oh, okay, so it's different now. Okay, whatever. This is a mess, but I hope that this kind of explains all the stuff that's possible. And remember, if you need any reference, my pack is out. My pack has a wrap. Go check it out, please. You can download it. Get my pack and just look at my files. You know, if you're gonna take my stuff, then credit me, please. But if you're just gonna copy the file structure, go ahead, learn from my pack. It's gonna be really useful. And I don't know, does this video help you? I have no idea. Moving on. Huge shout out to Mojang. Thanks for all this stuff. My texture pack is out. You can go test this stuff in vanilla now. Pretty wild. And I also have made a new texture pack where you can download just the named variants for my pack, and, like, you know, everything that comes with it, so enchanted variant and stuff. I won't even include these ender pearls in that pack, right? Just the named variants. I'll have a pack for that out as well, a separate pack for that. So, you know, this is the best time to become a fan of my work if you haven't been, if you aren't yet, because I'm gonna, like, double down on renames now. Like, you know, I wasn't even fully committed yet with OptiFine. It's, you know, it's not even vanilla, and now, like, this is blows my mind. This update is amazing, super cool, and you know, I hope you get to enjoy the texture packs that sprout out of this, and maybe you're a pack maker and you're excited, and yeah, I mean, you know, be kind to Mojang, because this is taking a lot of work. This is a huge internal overhaul. We can do anything. I can even have custom bed item models now, right? Which, I mean, maybe that's not, like, super exciting, but, like, all the stuff, like even the skulls. That previously you couldn't have a custom skull model, right? But now you can. Look at this. Look at what I did. I almost forgot about it. The custom textures, item textures for the paintings, and this never appears. Like in survival, we only get this painting, which in my pack rotates to signify that it's, like, randomized, right? But in the creative inventory, we have all these paintings, and now they can have custom. Like, this was exactly possible with OptiFine CIT, and now it's a vanilla thing. It's really crazy. Look, and it's only a creative mode thing, but imagine you can do this for everything. This is nuts. So yeah. I mean, that's the video. Thanks for watching me fucking geek out and show off my texture pack. It's a bit of a brag. I know my pack is dope. And like and subscribe, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.